We're going to take a look at all three of the new Lakers, but first, we're going to take a look at Jared Vanderbilt. Now on this play, also notice Malik Beasley. Notice his patience. Great dime by Vanderbilt, great read. But what I want you to notice about Beasley is that even though he don't got nothing, he don't force it. He runs one pick and roll, brings it back out, gets a second one, then makes the right read. Then notice how this pass by Vanderbilt sells Klay Thompson. He jumps out left because he sees that ball coming out like it's about to go to the perimeter, but he dumps it down to Gabriel. Great read by Vanderbilt. And also, Vanderbilt's hustle and how high his motor is, bro. If y'all watch the game, I know you must have seen it. Just look at his effort. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, let's look at that again. Come on. His teammate throws a turnover. He's the furthest person from the basket they're defending. Sprints and gets back all the way in front of three Warriors players who are on offense and got a score, by the way, who should want to get back even quicker and take advantage of the opportunity. Takes it, discourages that pass to Moody, forces a skip, closes out to DiVincenzo. Gets to DiVincenzo, shows the help, makes Moody kick that back out to the corner, and then he gets back out to get a contest and does not foul and causes the miss. That is great energy, and a lot of players are not willing to do that. And Vanderbilt is low-key the gem in this pickup because he's going to be able to do this every single night and have that high energy and guard 1 to 5 every single night. I see why they got rid of Bryant to free up minutes for Vanderbilt. And now he's not the most developed offensively, but he's still able to get his. And now on this play, on these ball screens with Malik Beasley, they've been blitzing it all night. They're blitzing it all night. So in this situation right here, Vanderbilt should not even try to touch DiVincenzo because that's going to do nothing because his defender's coming up and is coming for that double. So what you should do is not even touch him, literally just go up like you're going to set the screen and then leave early so that Malik Beasley will be able to throw that lob pass in there. And as you turn back, that ball is in the air for a good amount of time and you could catch it and read these two down here and see what read you got to make. And I'm going to show another example of it too. Bro, he's a hustler, bro. He's a hustler, bro. And by the way, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications because we dropping breakdowns daily. And by the way, these breakdowns are coming live very soon. So go hit that link in the description. Go follow. Let's get right back to it. He's hustling, bro. Ain't nobody on this Lakers squad did this before except for maybe Pat Bev. But Vanderbilt's motor right now, because he's still a little younger, that motor's a little higher. Hey, kind of embarrassing play, right? Still gets up, wastes no time to get back up. Gets back in to get the rebound. He don't waste no time on the floor. He don't look at the rest and complain for a foul. He just gets back up, gets back on defense, and gets his rebound. That's hustle a lot of players just aren't willing to do. Hey, and if you're ever confused on what verticality is, that's what verticality looks like. That's a perfect example of verticality. Notice. Straight up. Hands go straight up, jump straight up. Hands don't come down, clean. And is able to get the stop. Or actually went back out of bounds, Warriors got it back. But that's how you stay vertical. And on top of this, if you watch my videos, you know I'm a big fan of not trying to play into the defense's games. So now what players are going to do nowadays with Vanderbilt, because he's not a great shooter, like a lot of the players the Lakers got. And so what a lot of people do instead is that they go to the three and try to play the modern game when they're not built for it. That's not their style to play. And always want to settle for the threes. But the way you could counter that, and I've been saying this for so long, is that you just cut to the basket. You cut to the basket. Instead of staying out on the perimeter and shooting a shot the defense wants you to take, they're not focused on you. You cut and you'll be able to get a good look. Vanderbilt cuts right behind that instead of just staying in the corner. Hey, and he could get some buckets. He'll find himself a few buckets, and it's going to be the ones that mean a lot because he's not a scorer. They have other guys to do it, Bron, AD, but when there's other guys that can pick up that scoring, that helps a lot. Helps a lot. Hey, and he's not one of those high motor players who are uncoordinated. He's hustling all game, and he's coordinated. He can finish around the rim. So that's a plus on top of that. He's going to get you a solid 6 to 8 every night, but he's also going to give you hustle on both sides of the ball. So, hey, on top of this, he's able to crash the offensive boards because, like I told you, his high motor. So even if he does not get the offensive rebound, but he does in this situation, but in general, if he doesn't get it, he's going to hustle back harder than anybody else on the court. So he could still not get that board and beat everybody else down the court just because he's hustling and got that high motor. All because of that. And now we about to move on to Malik Beasley. Ain't have too great of a game last night, but be patient, Lakers fans. Be patient because he's skilled. He's going to get you a lot of buckets. Just wait till he gets that one game and he gets used to playing with the Lakers. He's going to have big-time minutes. He's not big-time minutes. But what allows him to get to this angle right here is that a lot of times you do these handoffs and you want to give it right back. So DiVincenzo's playing him, leaving that whole left side to DiVincenzo. He's leaving that whole side open because he thinks he's going to go back for another screen. But he fakes that, keeps it, and now he just has a whole lane to go right. Now, if you notice, he didn't shoot too well last night. He didn't shoot too well. But can't let that get to your head and make you have lapses like this, kind of. You know what I'm saying? To where you miss a shot and it's just like, damn, I missed another one. That was the easiest one I got. You can't let those shots get to your head. You got to keep shooting them. And the thing with this shot beforehand, I ain't gonna knock Beasley. He needs to do him. You know what I'm saying? He's a pro. He knows what he needs to do. He got here for a reason. He knows his game best. But I know for a lot of players, and even in my situation, in shots like this, is that when you do get these shots where you can line up, you could take a little longer, it could actually mess you up. Because if you think about it, the times you're in the gym, you hitting the most shots, where you hot, you're not sitting there holding the ball for so long, looking at the rim and taking the shot. You're not doing that. If you hit 15, 20 shots straight, you're not lining the ball up every time. You catching it and letting it go. And that's going to be the muscle memory you need when you make shots. And so if you're going to sit there and line it up even when you're cold, it's kind of going to play into you being cold because now you're taking a little longer to shoot that shot. You know what I'm saying? So if you do get in a situation like this, just let it go. Trust your muscle memory, trust the work you put in, and then let it go. But if this is you could take a little longer to get your shot. You're kind of a set shooter. By any means, do that. If you feel that's what you need to do it. But I'm just talking from different perspectives. If you notice something like this don't work for you, then maybe that's a solution for you. Hey, right here is just a little made it a little harder than it has to be. He could have just drifted back to the middle and just shot this as a floater. Could have just shot that as a floater. Sometimes we overcomplicate things when we go off 1 foot. Because if we can't control it, we're going to make a decision that's going to either bail us out or sell us out. This situation, Beasley sold himself out. But he does have good 1 foot control, as you're going to see here in this next play when he attacks the rim.
13 active minutes for Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley goes inside.
Not a lot of players could do that. Not a lot of players could go off one, take contact, stay controlled, and finish it. That's tough. That's called working on your body right there, though. And once again, like I told you before on these slips. The same thing on these slips. Vanderbilt leaves on time. But now it's on Beasley to be able to throw that pass on time. You got to lob that pass in there because if you wait too long, like you do right here, you're going to see Looney or whoever's on this help come up and stop that lob pass. And since it's in the air for so long, they have a chance to come up and be able to stop that pass from getting through, get a deflection, steal, whatever it could be. So he has to throw that pass just a little sooner. Literally right here, just throw that in the air towards that free throw line, middle of the court. So now you can catch it, and then you can make the reads without the help being able to come all the way over. But now the thing with Draymond coming up on this blitz is that they're going to show you this. If they're going to switch it, if they're going to blitz it, whatever it is, they're going to show you hands and just try to disrupt you some way, somehow. And Draymond, great defender, great hands, all that stuff. So he's able to stop that pass from getting through. Able to finish right off on that. And, of course, you see Vanderbilt come all the way back. Even though his teammate turned it over, almost came back and got that block. I'm telling you, Lakers fans, y'all going to love Vanderbilt. He's going to bring that energy that Bron and AD aren't able to bring on some nights and be able to get that team going, get that spark going. And now let's get to D-Lo. First shot back in L.A., man. First shot back in L.A. was an air ball, but these pros, you know what the difference is between these pros and these regular hoopers? is that they see these air balls and they're like, damn, I just airballed. I'm so embarrassed. I can't shoot no more. I gotta stop. Something's wrong. I didn't do this before the game. Nope. They trusted their work, and the air ball is just another miss to them. It's just another miss. So regardless if they come back down, they know that it's not gonna happen again. They know if they shoot that same shot again, there's no way they're gonna airball it again, and they believe it's gonna go down because there's no way it happens. It's a malfunction. It's an error. Something, I don't know. It wasn't them. It wasn't the work they put in. It's not them. So they're going to keep shooting that and have that same confidence. As soon as you begin to adapt that level of confidence and be able to put that much work in, then you're going to realize it's really not that big a deal. Air ball is just another miss. And on top of this, his first buck back. On top of this two-man game with AD is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Because now D'Lo is able to get downhill. He wasn't having too good of a year in Minnesota this year because he was going into these pick and rolls with Rudy Gobert. And so now Russell is a center of attention coming off that pick and roll. And Rudy Gobert is not really a threat. And so now D'Lo is able to come off that pick and roll. And now they see Anthony Davis rolling to the rim. Anthony Davis is the person who's bringing all the gravity, not D'Lo. So now he's able to have more opportunities and go to the rim. Because that drop player is not focused too much on him. Notice Looney. He's still playing AD, and he hits him with that ball fake just to put the icing on the cake. Put the little cherry on top just to help him get his first bucket. Hey, D'Lo's movement style is so unique, but I'm gonna break it down a little later though. What I want to talk about on this play, these low rip throughs. Do not get baited on these low rip throughs. If you on the ball, if you in help, if you see them rip that ball below their knee or around their knee area, don't even try to get it because it's a foul bait move every time. James Harden, Jason Tatum, any scorer, you name it, they do it, they get fouls. Now Jordan Poole falls for it. You see him get to it, don't even try it. Don't even try it, bro. Don't even try to get that steal, bro. You setting yourself up to get a foul. Got himself out to play. Hey, the goal when you contest on shooters, do not leave yourself out to play. Because just like Clay did right here, they're going to relocate. So if you just get one hand up and you're like, all right, I'm good. He ain't shoot it. But now he's getting it right back. He's still in the same spot. And now he's just going to move further away from you, make it even harder. It's like the same concept as when they give the ball up, where they relocate and get it right back. You can't fall asleep. Great pace. His pace downhill is immaculate. I don't know about immaculate, but it's really good. It's really good, all right? But notice this. Notice his off arm on Kuminga. That right there. That off arm right there, it doesn't seem like much, but with the defender trying to get downhill, D'Lo changing his pace, slowing down, and then he hits him with that off arm so he can now get forward, and now Kuminga's momentum is pushed slightly further back. It's harder for Kuminga to get back into play, and D'Lo is able to have still a great angle attacking the rim. D'Lo was actually playing some solid defense last night, though. If you peeped his defense on DiVincenzo in that fourth quarter, his pressure he was putting on the ball, playing some good defense. And this was good defense right here. Notice his contest. This time, he don't get himself out to play. He don't leave himself out to play. He don't get one hand up and think he's all right. He chases over, jumps, but he makes sure he's still in the play. And now, if you do get out to play in these situations, you end up behind the shooter, and they're trying to get to their shot, just put a hand around their head. Put a hand around their head, because they're going to be able to sense it, kind of feel it, and it's going to make them getting up into their shot a little awkward. They may shift their shooting pocket to the left a little bit, to the right a little bit, and that's maybe all you need to be able to throw them off. Pace, bro. His pace and his movement is just so unique to him. And that's why I always want to tell people, just be unique to you. You can learn from people. You pick some things from this player, from that player, and take it in. But don't try to copy someone else's whole style, their whole bank, because we all different. And especially when it comes to ball handling with movement, everyone moves a different way. Everyone moves in a different style. Look at our bodies. We're not built exactly the same. We don't have the same bone structure, same anatomy. So what makes you think you're going to be able to move like Kyrie, but you may be only like 5'10"? So it really don't make sense. And I want to point this out too on this play as well. Notice his pace on this hezzy as he drops that back. Notice Jordan Poole's reaction. Notice how his feet split. I'm going to slow it down for you. Notice this right here. That hezzy. Notice what it does to Jordan Poole's feet. He comes up tight, and then he has to get right back wide because he thinks he's gonna stop, and then he drops right back, and now he's still out of position. And so now he's not in legal guarding position. He turned those shoulders, and now he's going straight downhill. D'Lo stops on a dime, and is able to get to his mid-range. And the way he gets into space is unorthodox. Hey, I'm telling you, Draymond silly for that one. But I'm telling you, bro, these misses, it don't matter if it's an air ball. It don't matter if it's a straight glass, brick. It don't matter if you missed it by 2 feet. They still gonna keep shooting, bro. They gonna keep shooting. It's just another miss at the end of the day. Stop taking all these air balls and bad misses to heart all the time, bro, and realize that if you put enough work in, you will trust yourself. And if you don't trust yourself to keep shooting after an air ball or after a brick, you just ain't put enough work in. You don't got enough confidence. But notice Draymond. The ball bounces off him twice. Peep this. The ball hits him twice. Boom hits him on the head. And boom hits him on the shoulder. He hits him twice. They didn't even peep it. That's a bailout. Crazy bailout. I'm telling you, bro. His navigation, bro. It's like he got a GPS. Look at the way he's moving. Boom. Gets deep corner. Catches, attacks baseline. Sees Ty Jerome. Moves up. Literally going the other direction towards the other basket. Curls back to the middle. Gets to his shot. This just shows you that you can't be so textbook when you enter your training. You can't go into the gym and be like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this shot, this, and I'm gonna shoot this shot when I get in the game. You've got to be able to have a bank of shots that you're able to make from. And you just got to shoot a wide diversity of various different types of shots so that you can make these shots that are unique to the game. And so on top of that, you got to also be able to mix you being able to get your shots up by yourself and be comfortable with the shots that you shoot in the game with actual defenders. So you could, when you shoot by yourself, you're going to have these set number of shots you're going to shoot, what type of shots you want to shoot. But you got to be able to incorporate that with real defense and learn how to hit shots that are not so textbook like you do in your practice. So you've got to, blending both of those two together is going to be what allows you to be able to make shots like this in the game when you don't even know the scenario that's coming. But if you get too much of one of them, it's going to throw off the other one just a little bit. He's just, he doesn't even sprint. Like, he don't sprint. He's not sprinting. He's not going near his full speed. If you put him on the track and told him to go as fast as he can, he's not nearly touching his max speed. That's what I tell you. Basketball is a skill sport. It's about your pace, about how you're able to change speeds, how you're able to get to your angles. And now all it starts with you as a ball handler being able to have pace. But ultimately, great debut for the Lakers. 1-0 start for the new Lakers team. We'll see how it turns out in the season, how they're able to build chemistry, may be able to make a playoff run or a deep playoff run if they're able to put the pieces together. But that's the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on notifications. Hidden highlight videos dropping daily. Go hit that link in the description. Live streams coming soon, and we out of here.